Good day, ladies and gentlemen. It's Eric Coffin. I'm speaking to you from the May 2025 Metal Investors Forum. It's May 9th and we're in Vancouver. I'm here with Shearing. He's the CEO of a company that I follow and own called Goldgroup Mining. They trade GGA on the venture. These guys have done an outstanding job on the marketing side, on the market side in terms of structure and having the right owners. I think, I don't know if they must be identified, but so I won't. But I know your biggest shareholder, and this guy could school a lot of people on how to put together a share table and how to run the market. The stock's done fantastically already, and you guys have raised 20 million?
Yeah, around $20 million in the last couple of months.
Yeah. So currently the story is they have two projects in Mexico. One of them is in production. The other one isn't. It's earlier stage, but interestingly, it actually has mining permits. And believe me, that's a big deal in Mexico. The project that's in production, you guys have recently been. When you took it over, they had a lot of problems just with it was capital shortage,
sure,
I guess.
Yeah, it was losing money. The equipment was getting wore out. Contractors weren't delivering. And so the idea was, look, we have to make this bigger to make it work. And that's what we've been under. We've been building a second crushing circuit. And we're like 4 weeks away from that being operational. And that allows us to double production to about 4,500 tons of ore every day to crush and put on the leach pads. And that's going to be a big game changer for us. It'll allow us to produce maybe 24,000 ounces annually. And then we've got a second initiative underway to reprocess the existing heap-leach pads. There's about 10 million tons of material there. It's got maybe 0.4 grams gold. And the idea is to just reprocess it, basically screen it, recrush it, restack it, and re-leach it. And we think tests so far can get at least 35% recovery on that. So that should add, maybe another 9,000 ounces of gold annually to the production profile, assuming we're processing maybe 3,000 tons a day of the heap leach pads. So good story. We're doing exploration, we're drilling. The zone immediately north of the current open pit is coming in. We will be mining that with very little doubt in my mind. We still have more drilling to do, but it will be mined. So maybe 2 or 3 more years mine life there. Won't know until we finish the drilling and have the resources calculated. But that is very promising. Gold price is up. There's a couple of pushbacks to allow us to get some more gold in the areas that have already been mined. And we're getting some early exploration results to the south, where the structure continues to the south and could add more years, but it's too early to tell exactly what that's going to turn into. We found one zone there now. It's 10 meters wide, 0.4 grams, low grade, but mineable. So it's very early stage. So lots of potential future, drilling underway, lots of things happening.
Right. Now you guys just raised a bunch of money, like you said, $20 million. The pricing was quite good. I know you had Eric Sprott came in as a big buyer in this financing, but I know a lot of it was placed with this group.
It's Kalu Opportunity Fund is the group. They're behind Luca. They're a big shareholder in Luca, and they're a big shareholder in Goldgroup. So between Kalu Opportunities Fund and Eric Sprott, they took a big chunk of the pricing. Yeah. So Eric participated in the first raise. We raised $7.5 million. He took 6.75. And then we just announced yesterday a $50 million raise, and Eric participated in that. So he's probably approaching 18% of the company at this point, somewhere around there.
And just because of the way it's being financed and the share owners, the cap table is a little bit deceptive if you don't know the guys behind the company. The float's actually a lot smaller than you would think if you just looked at the outstanding shares, because there's a lot of stock in 8 or 10 different hands.
It's very well held. Yeah. Exactly.
And I think you guys did the first acquisition where you're increasing production. You picked up Pinos, which earlier stage. I guess you guys are going to do some more work on that. Mm-hmm. And I assume with the amount of money that you're raising, you got other stuff in your sights. You're not going to sit on your laurels here.
We have a mandate to go out and find new acquisitions, and we're working on those. We're advanced stages, so we're still going through the due diligence process. I can't promise us that we'll complete So the negotiations are still going on, but there's a couple of assets that we are expecting to bring into the company if we're successful in the negotiations. Maybe in the short term, 2 months, something like that. So that could be a big plus for us. We're targeting operating mines or mines that have been shut down can be restarted quickly, and that's what we're looking at now.
Right.
Yeah. Pinos was an acquisition. It's a small scale mine, high grade gold. Our idea there is go and drill a few holes, try and increase the resources. And then we're going to upgrade the technical report. There's a PEA on it right now. And as you said, it's permitted. So it's something we could fast track to production, provided the new economics, which are going to be better than the old economics because the price of metals is much better.
Yeah.
So, that's another project we could try to advance toward production. The decision on that would be next year sometime.
Right.
We've got some work to do and push it along.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, it's a fairly straightforward story. I mean, you look at the chart, it's pretty impressive. It's very impressive. It trades, it's gone up a lot and it trades a lot of volume. I mean, it's a fairly liquid stock. I mean, it's clearly a good market for it. And it's not, it's not really old school promotion. I can tell you that much. I would know if there's a lot of that stuff going on, and there's different places you can look to see it, and it's not there. That's not where it's coming from. It's basically a bunch of committed shareholders, and I think these guys are they're a pretty good source down in. I mean, these guys are pretty connected to Mexico, so they're probably pretty good at bird dogging stuff for you guys to look at and decide.
Yeah, no question. I mean, all of the experience we've had in Luca, it comes along with us into Goldgroup, and it's the same major shareholder in Luca that is in Goldgroup. So that we can really piggyback off a lot of that knowledge we've gained down there and use the connections that this group has to make things happen in Mexico a lot quicker.
Yeah, and that's sort of what Luca did when these guys came in. I mean, Luca's another great story that I follow and that I own, and it's a great turnaround story. It wasn't an overnight thing. It took a lot of work to get stuff going again.
That was my 30-year overnight success.
Yeah, your 30-year overnight success, exactly. But it's doing great now. It's trading really well, and they'll be putting up really good numbers through this year, and so will Goldgroup. I mean, there's nothing like a $3,000 gold price to make a 20,000 ounce mine look a lot better. Exactly,
and if we are able to triple our production like we think we can do in this year, then it makes a big difference.
Yeah. Triple production in a year. I mean, that's a great story in a strong gold market. These guys have done a great job. They've raised lots of money, so they're very well capitalized. If a shortage of capital and shortage of the right equipment and new equipment and stuff, that was a big problem at this mine site. But it's a problem they're not going to have going forward. I know Ralph has brought in new contractors. Obviously, with the money they've raised, they've got the money to, if they've got to buy this new crusher or that new set of screens or those new trucks or whatever, they can do it now.
Yeah, we've already done a bit of that. Actually, our crushing system, the new one we're building, will now have a fully backup secondary, backup tertiary. So either one of those circuits goes down, we just pop that one in and repair it. So we're not going to lose a downtime due to a crusher failure.
Right.
Yeah. So that's been fantastic for us. Heap-leach thing, not a lot of capital, just crushing equipment, screen equipment. We could probably fast track that over the coming months to get it up and running.
Right. Yeah. Great story. Simple story, great story. It's working out very well so far. Goldgroup Mining, GGA on the venture. Thank you, Ralph Shearing, for hopefully this will be another 30-month
overnight success. Yeah,
no, a 30-month overnight success, not a 30-year overnight success. Yes, okay.
Thanks a lot, Eric.
Works for me.